What's going on, y'all? This is Mfasis back with the Talking to Myself podcast. I am a musician and a content creator. Make sure you guys check out my albums on YouTube and Bandcamp when you get a chance. And I'm gonna get right into this video. So Kendrick Lamar recently announced through his PG Lang company that he will be performing at the halftime show at Super Bowl 59 next year, which is 2025. And it's got a lot of attention because of the comments he made about no round twos with Drake, but also it's caught a lot of people's attention that this is a very big deal because there's usually not a whole lot of hip-hop artists featured on these halftime shows at the Super Bowl. The closest thing we've seen is Dr. Dre a few years ago was headlining, he's not a rapper, he's a producer, but Dr. Dre brought out, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent. But this is really the first time, at least the first time that I can think of recently, where we're seeing like a rapper be the true headliner and not like a producer. So it's definitely a big moment, and it's also a big moment because Kendrick Lamar is coming off of one of his most controversial years of his career with his beef with Drake. So everybody's assuming that Kendrick will be performing Not Like Us. And that's going to be very interesting to hear. 120 million people singing A minor. But a lot of people have also pushed back on this announcement because they pointed out the fact that this was a major missed opportunity to make Lil Wayne the headliner instead of Kendrick Lamar, which I actually agree with. It would have made a lot more sense to make Lil Wayne the headliner for the Super Bowl next year. Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and he's also one of the most commercially successful rappers of all time. And then he also has hits that span over several decades. And then on top of that, he has several words and phrases that became mainstream lingo over the past several decades, whether it's bling bling or drop it like it's hot or whatever. And then also he has hits that cross over between several different genres, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, or rock. In case everybody forgot, Lil Wayne literally dropped a rock album back in 2011. And also, most importantly, Lil Wayne is from New Orleans, and New Orleans is gonna be where the Super Bowl is gonna take place next year. So it would have made sense because I don't know a more famous person in the history of Louisiana, like just not even just New Orleans, just in the whole history of the state of Louisiana. If Lil Wayne's not the most famous person in the history of Louisiana, he gotta be like top 5. So it definitely would have made more sense to give Lil Wayne that moment. He already said in an interview, I don't know when the interview was I think it was like a year ago, where he sat down with Noriega, where he said that he was kind of waiting on the call and he would be happy to do a performance at the Super Bowl. So he clearly was hoping for it, but it didn't work out that way. Apparently Jay-Z is in charge of like the organization that votes on who gets to perform at these Super Bowl halftime shows. I'm not sure how long Jay-Z's been a part of this group, but apparently he is, so go figure. Several people have come out since this announcement has been made, and they have accused Jay-Z of hating on, not just hating, but also kind of like trying to punish or sabotage Lil Wayne's opportunity. And several of those people include Nicki Minaj and Cameron. Especially Nicki. Like, Nicki went on like an entire rant. Like, Nicki seemed very frustrated on the behalf of Lil Wayne, where she feels as though Jay-Z really just sabotaged Wayne and just really got in the way of what would have been a great moment, a great cultural moment, to have somebody who really put New Orleans and Louisiana on his back to be able to have that moment, especially because Lil Wayne is reaching an older part of his career. He's in, like, I don't mean to sound rude, but he's kind of in like the twilight years of his career at this point. He's still relatively popular, but he's no longer, his music is no longer like the zeitgeist of the culture. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, he's had his time, obviously. Now he's just kind of a legacy artist, which is inevitable because nobody's gonna be the new hot thing forever. So he's reached a new stage of his career. So it would have been a great moment to let him headline the show, let him have a moment to, especially because of how passionate Lil Wayne is about football. For the people that don't know, Lil Wayne, he's very close friends with Skip Bayless, like the media personality. So they talk, even though the friendship looked kind of weird to people at first, because it's like this young rapper and this old white guy, apparently they really bonded over football and they are really passionate about sports. So even from that angle, it would have made more sense to put Lil Wayne on the show, but for whatever reason they decided not to do it. I don't know if it's been confirmed that Jay-Z specifically stepped in and got in the way of Lil Wayne performing, but I do think it's very believable, just because, like, even though Jay-Z's one of my favorite rappers of all time, Jay-Z's had a long history of hating on people and sabotaging people and getting people fired from their jobs. Like Jay-Z has a lot of Karen energy. For all the people that use the slang term Karen, like Jay-Z does have some Karen energy in him when he doesn't like somebody. But it's definitely just a shame that this opportunity is going to be missed. Some people were saying that Kendrick might bring out Lil Wayne. I highly doubt it. With everything that went on between Drake and Kendrick, I don't think that's realistic. And I think that could play a role in why Jay-Z might have gotten in the way of Lil Wayne performing, is Jay-Z also not liking Wayne. I mean, not just Wayne, but also Nicki and Drake and allegedly Birdman. So it's a very tricky situation. Also, another point that Nicki made that was actually a very good point was when she brought up the fact that we should try to give people who are legends their flowers while they're still here. We just saw Rich Homie Quan pass away from a drug overdose, and you had a lot of people who ignored Rich Homie Quan for the past 8-9 years. They've all been coming out to sort of show this fake love and act like they cared, but nobody really paid him attention. Well, not nobody, but a lot of people in the general public stopped paying him attention. And if you would have brought his name up prior to him passing, they would have, just laughed at him and said he's irrelevant. And it's that common cycle of people just not caring about you anymore until you die. Then they want to go out of their way to glaze you, even though when you were alive, they didn't really care about you like that. And another reason that snubbing Wayne definitely looks bad is because you don't know how much time Wayne has left. I mean, Wayne could go on to just live a long life and be just fine, but it's no secret that Wayne has had a drug problem his whole life. So unfortunately, if something was to happen to him between now and next year, it would make Jay-Z and whoever else voted to not put Wayne on the halftime show allegedly. It would make them look even worse. But either way, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think Wayne was snubbed? Do you think Jay-Z had anything to do with it? And do you think this was a major missed opportunity for Wayne to perform in New Orleans?
All my life I dream of space in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on that paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. We stress over all the trivial things, it's a mess, but we concealing the rings of the eyelids. Cause for material things we're blind, and when the diamonds go bling, they're dancing. Whenever we sing but can't see, the pain that stings is skin deep and it pins me. The sanity's bring to the fans, me think all the dark poems I cover in pink. I don't know, but my rose will be canon on ink. I speak for those whose voice will shrink. I sit back while society sinks. Cold war rap like I'm wearing a mink. I glide on beats like a skate rink. The games are go, my bars are chain link. Not even blockchain could contain me. All my life I dream of space in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. All my life I dream of space in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase.